Hey everyone, my name is Palesa Suthane. Welcome to the GAAS podcast here on the Grand African Art Society channel. I am joined by Bafana Zembe. How's it, Bafana?
I'm good, how are you?
You good?
I'm good, Palesa.
I'm so happy that we finally get a chance to sit down and talk visual arts. There's so many podcasts that are available on different streaming platforms, but there's very few on visual arts, you know. But I wanted us to create something that artists can actually come onto the show. People can connect the face to the art, and we can have a good conversation about where the artist is taking their career, what they have done in their careers. And I'm so happy that I get to do it with you, because I think we new school and old school. And it's just going to be a great balance. And you, what are you looking forward to in the podcast?
I'm actually looking forward to the podcast because also it's quite a challenge for one to be an artist, and also black families telling them what you want to be a painter. It's quite a challenge, you know, with you you know. So also I think the podcast would help us to unpack, and we get like different artists coming to the platform and just sharing with you how they ended up choosing art, or how art ended up choosing them. I'm very excited for this platform, and also getting to understand the techniques of what artists doing behind the scenes when we see these artworks on exhibitions and galleries. So we'll be unpacking, we'll be getting artists to come and telling us about their process of doing work, how has it helped them, how has it been hard to them.
I think for the people that are new to the Grand African Art Society, I think it's important for us to share our backgrounds as to why, how we fit into the visual arts sector. You know, I'm a curator, and recently, like 2 years ago, I decided to go into broadcasting. That's when I started the Grand African Art Society. A lot of artists know me from the galleries that I've worked for. We're going to talk about that one day. I think that's me, you know. And recently, from last year, I became the Blessing Ngobeni Art Prize's project manager. So I think that's enough background on myself. I hope we can get people here on the show that will tell you about how we first met or whatever. And what about you? You know, I know you have like a longer history.
For me, it started quite differently, and also sometimes I think it has been following me. Like, you know, I'm an installer and a curator. Basically, I call myself a creative, you know, because also I'm quite involved in quite a lot of things, like installing exhibition, consultation when it comes to exhibition, and also working in different projects. But what's important about what I do, I'm the guy that puts the works on the wall. So if you're coming to the gallery or you're coming to the exhibition, I'm the guy behind, in terms of making sure that the artworks tell a story as how curators would envision them. So that's what I do, and also giving advice since I've been in the game for quite some time.
I think what's great is that you also have like a lot of insight on what happens behind the scenes. You know, myself too, but I think that when viewers see an exhibition, they don't know what happens
behind the scenes.
And we have all of that. So I'm very excited. Now tell me, like, who are some of the artists that you would like to see on the podcast, and let this be an invitation. You know?
I can't think of one now on top of my head, but there's quite a lot. I think any artist that is interested in coming forward and maybe wanting to come and speak to us, because also once you start putting names up, it will be like, you know.
But there's certain people for me, like, I think that would the podcast would be a great way to talk to them, you know, because we all know the different names in the industry, but for me it was all about, let's not wait until someone dies. Let's not wait until we have to see each other, or let's not continue to speak about each other. Let's get together and have conversations. If you have beef with somebody, we can actually talk about it in a more productive way. We're not saying that we're going to name bash people and galleries or whatever, but someone else's experience may help someone else, because I think that happens a lot in our industry, where people will talk about a certain thing that happened with Palesa handled my work like this and I didn't like it. Whereas you can come onto the podcast and say, no, artists need to be careful about how art handlers handle their work. Make sure that you're there. Make sure that different procedures are followed so that artworks don't get damaged or whatever. I think it would also be nice to invite art gallerists because I know they have certain challenges that they experience working with artists that we may not know of. It would also be cool to get people from museums. You see, more recently, there's been like articles going around that our museums, especially in Gauteng, I imagine that it's worse in other provinces, because we hardly ever hear about museum shows outside.
I think it's quite different with what I've seen with museums like in Bloem or other provinces. I think they're still intact. We have a challenge with our museums around here, especially in Gauteng, because also we don't have quite a lot of people that are qualified to work in museums, or maybe people who are doing studies under heritage museums, and maybe we're lacking that. But nonetheless, I think it would be great for us to invite people within the industry, the Department of Arts and Culture, just to come and speak to us as to say, what is the plan? Because also museum plays like a huge role in communities, and also giving a sense of belonging to the people that are living.
Because it was a huge issue, especially for a big metropolitan city like Johannesburg. For how many museums do we have? We have quite a number of them.
We've got quite a number.
Both historical and very artistic, like Abu Museum Africa and Johannesburg Art Gallery. For them to be in the state that they are in, it raises eyebrows, and I know it's an administrative issue on the side of government more than it is about the people that work there. But you raised a very important point about art professionals not working in the correct spaces,
I'm a comrade. That comrade put me in there,
You see, and then we end up with these problems, because I think that with the issue of museums, it doesn't just require art practitioners to be in those positions. We need architects, we need geologists, we need everybody to lend a hand in making sure that the museums are taken care of. So hopefully one day we can have...
No, we'll do.
I think we should.
We'll leave an email address if you're interested, or if you're working, around museums or galleries. You've got something you want to share with us. You're more than welcome. I think Palesa will share the email address and contact details.
Definitely. You know what else I was thinking of? Bafana more recently, art fairs. Turbine art fairs around the corner. Sculptex is even closer. That would be nice to podcast. From
the
there.
National Arts Festivals.
Arts Festivals. Just book us. Just book us, and we'll come through your podcast. We'd love to see what's happening in Grahamstown. I think my motivation for that is that we always see like a 3 to 1 minute segment on the news, but never something as extensive as a broadcast that is happening live, a broadcast that is being recorded, that people can come back to and look at. If you're not in Grahamstown, for instance, you could watch the podcast and stuff like that.
No, looking forward.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm so happy that we're doing it. I want to send a special shout out to Mr. Blessing Gobeni.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, shout out broadcasting live from his studio.
So we need to definitely send a shout out to him and the BNAP team. We're gonna have so many more podcasts. And interviews.
Yes. I can't wait,
So excited. And I hope that you all will be here to watch. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell us your ideas. Who would you like to see on the show? Extend this to other artists, share it across your social media. And we're inviting you all, come onto the GAAS podcast.
Yes.
We want to have a chat.
If there's an artist that you would like to come here on the podcast, just drop us an email and then we'll try our level best to bring them to the podcast.
Even curators.
And curators. And
even curators. I think the art industry is big enough for all of us.
Collectors too. Yes. Collectors, it would be great for collectors to come.
Especially Nama, corporate curators.
Yes.
We want to find out how do they go about buying artworks so that we can sell them artworks. I think that would be really cool.
So we'll be speaking more about the good, the bad,
the ugly
of the artwork, of the art world.
In relation to the African context, it would be great at a later stage to invite international artists onto the show, whether it's virtually or whatever, because I think we do need to get talking about where we stand as an art industry.